Hi everybody, this is George. Welcome to the home buying process part 1, searching for a home. This is a step-by-step video on what to do while you're searching for a home. And also I want to give you the best chance of getting your offer accepted. Congratulations on getting your home search started. The reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of my clients, especially first-time home buyers or people who haven't bought a home in quite some time, they don't know what to do. They may be looking for homes online. They might be, on the different websites, and maybe they've been to a couple of open houses, but now when you want to get more serious, what do you need to do? So this video is going to tell you exactly what the next steps are, and also it's going to give you the best chance to get your offer accepted and have a great experience during your home buying process. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video and click the subscription button as well as the notification button so you get all of my future videos, okay? And if you're one of my clients and I sent you this in an email, you can go ahead and skip to step 2. Step 1, select a local market expert to help you with your home search and guide you through the process. I cannot stress this enough. There are some good agents out there and there are some not so good agents out there. You have the ability to select, especially now in the days of social media and online. You can check their profile, you can check their reviews, you can see how many sales they've done in the area, you can even check their references. Buyer representation is free to you. The seller is going to pay the commission for the buyer representation. So go ahead and take advantage of that and find a good buyer's agent to help you with your process. I know your cousin Fred or your friend from work just got their license and you want to help them out, but guys, this is a big deal. You need to be selective. So step number 2 could also be step number 1. Step number 2 is to consult with the lender and find out what you qualify for. They're gonna let you know what your interest rate's gonna be and what your closing costs are. They're gonna ask you how much money you wanna put down for your down payment. They're gonna take a look at your credit history and they're gonna take a look at all your finances. Once they do that, then you will be able to know how much you can actually purchase based on your budget and how much you wanna spend every month. Other reason why you want to get with your lender early on is because we're going to need a pre-approval letter in order to start looking at homes. And it is highly recommended that you get this pre-approval letter before we start setting appointments and going out there. And the reason why, lesson that many agents have learned early on in their career, myself included, is I took a client out to go look at homes without a pre-approval letter early on in my career and realized that they fell in love with a home on the first day. And unfortunately, because we didn't have the pre-approval letter, we couldn't send an offer. So we're scrambling for the next 3 or 4 days trying to get them a pre-approval letter. By the time we did, home was off the market, buyer is heartbroken, and I felt like I did a disservice to them. So make sure that you get that pre-approval letter. Along with the pre-approval letter, you're also gonna need to send me your proof of funds, which basically is just gonna be the first page of your bank statement or your retirement account with your account numbers blacked out. And all I need to see is enough money for your down payment plus your closing costs. Proof of funds, pre-approval letter, we're ready to move on to step 3. So step 3, the home search. Now that we have your pre-approval letter, your proof of funds, and we have a budget set and we've identified what you're looking for, we can get out there and start looking for homes. The first thing that I'm gonna do with you as my buyer is I'm gonna have a consultation with you, either in my office or at the first property. And we're gonna get to know each other a little bit, and I'm also gonna know what you're looking for in terms of the property details like bedrooms, baths, square footage. Do you wanna live in a house? Do you wanna live in a condo? What location do you wanna live in? You might wanna live downtown where you can walk everywhere, or you might wanna live in the best school district. Also, I'm gonna get to know what your general budget is and also your timeline. These are all important things that we're gonna talk about in our first consultation that will give me the best idea so that I can serve you better. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up an automated search with a direct feed from our local MLS so that both you and I get the homes that come to the market right away, and we're gonna get emailed that information. If you see anything that you like, go ahead and send me a text text and we'll set an appointment to go look at it. And if I see anything that I like or that I think you're going to like, then I'm going to contact you as well. A couple of tips for your home search, especially in the beginning, try to be as open-minded as possible. Try to consider a few different areas or be a little bit flexible on the features that you want in your property so that we can get out there and look at as many properties as possible. At this time, inventory is limited, so we want to be able to look at some properties so that you can see what's out there. Once we get out there, you're going to start giving me feedback on what you like and what you don't like, and then we can narrow down the search. Here's another tip. The good homes go fast. So if you see something that you like, let me know right away. And if possible, we'll try to take a look at it that same day after work or as soon as possible. It's very important that we get out there and look at these homes because if you love the home, you see the photos of it, it's highly likely that somebody else does. Okay, so you've been looking for homes for a while and now we found a home that you like. How do we know how much to offer? Well, that's a good question because pricing is subjective. Remember that price was agreed to by the seller and their listing agent, but it's not necessarily the actual value of the home. Sometimes homes are listed high, sometimes homes are listed too low. So this is where it comes really handy to have a local market expert. So what I'm gonna do at this point, now that you told me that you like this home, I'm gonna go back to the office, spend some time, an hour and a half, 2 hours, taking a deep look into how much this home is worth. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna compare the active, pending, and sold properties in that area, and I'm gonna take a look and try to find homes that are very similar to it. I'm also going to take a look at some things that are quite nuanced. If you're looking at a property that is sitting right next to a freeway, then we need to take that into consideration and adjust down on that value. Also, for example, something that comes up quite a bit in downtown is if there's new construction and there's going to be a building that's going to be built in the next couple years and it's going to obstruct your view, we also need to adjust down for value on that property. This is why it's very important to have a local market expert. Be careful with the automated valuations online that you're going to see on the different search websites because up until this point at least, they haven't been able to incorporate these nuanced things that we do to value a property. Other things that we're gonna do is I'm gonna call that listing agent. I'm gonna try to find out what the motivation is for selling this home. Did they already locate a new home that they're buying? If so, then that means they're very motivated and maybe we can negotiate a little bit. We're also gonna consider how many people were at the open house and also if the seller currently has any offers. All of these things are gonna go into the analysis that I do to prepare an offer to the seller. And once you and I come to an agreement on how much to offer, after agreeing on all of these factors, then you and I will come to an agreement on how much to offer on this property. So I'm gonna give you 6 tips on sending offers. Number 1, write a short story about you and your family with a photo so that the seller gets to know you a little bit and this can give you an advantage over other buyers. Number 2, make competitive offers. If you are in love with this home, my experience is that other people are also in love with this home. So if you like something, send the offer right away, make sure it's a competitive offer. Number 3, we may have to send offers on more than one home. I just want to prepare you for the fact that sometimes we don't get the first home that we offer on. So try not to get emotionally attached to any one home. Number 4, if you love the home, tell me. This will let me know how to negotiate for you. I don't want to miss out on a home that you love for $5,000 or $10,000. So if you love the home, let me know. I'm not going to tell the listing agent, hey, she loves the home, we're willing to pay whatever for it, but I need to know that you love the home so that I can negotiate it accordingly because I want to serve you and make sure that you don't miss out on a home that you love. Another lesson that I've learned in the past is that I have missed out on homes for my clients by over-negotiating for $5,000 or $10,000, and after the fact, both my buyer and myself regretted that because we weren't able to replace that home with another one just like it. So don't over-negotiate. Number 5, we have the option in certain cases of sending an escalating clause offer. And what this means is if you love the home and we know that this home is highly competed for and there's multiple offers, for example, we've sent an offer at $600,000, we can send an escalating clause along with that offer. And what that escalating clause is going to say is that we will offer $2,000 more, for example, than the other highest offer, up to a maximum of $615,000. So this way we know that we're not overpaying by more than $2,000 as opposed to the next highest offer, but we have a little bit higher chance of getting our offer accepted. Number 6, I want to let you know that your offer is subject to an appraisal. So this is going to protect you from overpaying. I'll get to that a little bit more in detail in part 2 of the video. All right, so step 5, we are almost there. In California, most of the time there will be some counter offers after we send our initial offer. And sometimes the counter offer will be on price, but other times it'll be on the terms. For example, we might want to close in 30 days, but the seller needs 45 days to close. So we're gonna go back and forth a little bit, tie up the details of the contract. And once we both sign that final counter offer, then we have a contract acceptance. Congratulations, you are now in escrow, and this is where the fun really starts. I'll get to that in part 2.